If you want to search for evidence of past human existence, you will frequently begin your search from around rivers, because no matter where you are in the world, water is the one necessity we all need.
I mean, we all depend on water for everything, so it's the most important part of our diet is to have water. So you need to live close to water, and a river, of course, is perfect from that point of view. A river also makes a wonderful routeway through a landscape, and this has been the case for thousands of years.
Artifacts found in and around rivers sometimes can be the only clues archaeologists will have to understanding our ancestors.
I would always tend to start in the bed of the river, the floodplain. I just automatically expect that because it is the flat ground, it might be more fertile, it's close to the water's edge, and then work your way out. I mean, usually for agriculture, especially with the Neolithic period, you'd be ideally looking for the best sort of flat land rather than going up on the slopes where agriculture just wouldn't have worked. It would be more problematic for them.
From a bowl which can tell you what was last in it, if you can assess it, the date, the technology, even little bits of pollen within that will tell you the landscape around you. So we build a picture based on what we can build with what's left behind. And we can't colour in the details necessarily. We can only use our experience, which is coloured by our society and our ideals, and try and put it onto the past.
What they leave behind is the only evidence we'll ever find of Neolithic humans who left no written record at all. But they did leave one unique marker that proclaimed their existence. Look up from the River Liffey as it approaches Blessington Lake to the top of the nearby mountain, and you will see definitive prehistoric statement from the past.
When you look at it and you see the fact that they've actually changed the physique of the mountain. There's like a small pimple that on top of the mountain that shouldn't be there. That's totally artificial, created over 5,000 years ago. It's quite remarkable when you think about it. They weren't just happy to control the landscape in terms of farming and creating fields to farm. They wanted to master the landscape by building this great big tomb on top of the mountain for everybody to see for miles. So Seefin is a passage tomb. It's a Neolithic burial monument. The best known example probably is Newgrange. What's possibly less well known is the fact that in the Wicklow Mountains and in the adjoining parts of the Dublin Mountains, you get examples of these as well. The best preserved of them, in fact, is Seefin. And the layout of it is like a little small Newgrange. It doesn't have the alignment of the rising sun on the winter solstice, for example. It's actually facing the opposite direction. It's designed probably for the top of society in the Stone Age, and this is where the leaders were buried.
Although so far excavations have found no bodies, that does not mean there were none interred. They may have been cremated. Their bodies may have been taken when people moved on, or possibly desecrated. No one knows.
The biggest trouble with something when you're looking in the Neolithic is we don't really know. You can guess, but it's going to take a huge amount of people or status or something to build it up there. But if you can build something massive and you can make people build it for you or with you, that's social cohesion. So we don't know what belief may have been attached to it, but we certainly know it was part of the society.
The thing that makes it so impressive, of course, is that it's on top of a mountain and the views from there are breathtaking. I mean, when you're up there, you really get the impression that these were meant to be seen from a distance. And today you can see Seefin for miles. Now, if that was on a smaller hill somewhere, it would be making less of a statement. But when they put it up on top of somewhere like Seefin, they're making a statement.
There's loads of other cultures around the world that use height to be close to God. You've got mummies in South America where they bring their ancestors, they bring them up. And there seems to be a very universal imagery of going up with death. So that's, it would make sense that that was part of that kind of social structure or belief structure. But without written evidence, we don't know.
We do not know who they were or what they called themselves. But there is no doubt that few things have survived 5,000 years anywhere in the world. But here, those early Wicklow residents have managed that. And that is no small feat.